DEI and what does this mean for me. And for me, it's really been a journey of embodying who I am, feeling comfortable in my own skin in order to step into the limelight and then be able to open that space for other people to come alongside me or behind me and have a seat and a voice as well at the table. So I'm going to share a little bit about myself and then how I've been able to find my inner strength, my inner voice, and stepped into my role and then helped hopefully others come alongside me. So I was born almost 37 years ago in Guadalajara, Mexico, which is a small town in magnitude and for a country that is Mexico. And I also was very passionate about doing some sort of impact, but I wasn't sure how. So life took me through management consulting and private equity and then impact investing. And I ended up in technology in Miami working for 500 startups. And 6 months ago, I was tapped to join Softbank, which is the largest venture capital firm in the world, to lead our effort in Miami. So by some external measures, we could say I've had a successful career, but I want to say that every step of the way and still today, I have felt extremely inadequate, insecure, and still not sure that I belong where I am. So it's not, I don't want to just share the successes that I've had, but also want you to know that it's been a long, difficult road. I've made a ton of mistakes. I feel huge imposter syndrome. I've gone through very difficult personal issues and health issues, and I cry a lot as well. And so I think that for me, the first thing is just knowing that this road that we're all on, it's never-ending work. It's hard, but it's really what life is about. And the sooner we can embody this, the sooner we can actually become the person that we're meant to be. So how did I step into my skin and feel comfortable and find my strength and inner peace? I think a lot of it came when I learned how to sit in silence and to connect with my source of divine or God or universe, energy, however you call it, on understanding that all the validation, all the strength, all the peace, all the joy that I need in my life has to come from inside of me, and it's not going to come from outside. So when I learned that, I was able to be a lot more comfortable in my own space, stand stronger on my own 2 feet, and just feel that I didn't have a lot to fear. And another thing to think about is managing fear. I've also learned that fear is worse, like FDR would say, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear can be so much worse than the actual feeling you're scared about. So just managing that fear and turning actually that vulnerability into strength has been really important for me. So when I'm able to sit down and realize who I am, what are my shortcomings, what are my mistakes, what are my strengths, and I'm not pretending to be something that I'm not, I'm operating from a space where I have nothing to lose, and that gives tremendous strength and power, and that comes across as well. So if there's something that I think has been very helpful and I'd like to share with you is that being the greatest strength, I think, comes from vulnerability. And also in the worst moments of my life, as a friend told me, you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only option that you have. We are all so much stronger than we think. And finally, for all the ladies and girls in the room, I want to say I've discovered there's tremendous strength in the feminine energy, and so spending time with women is very nourishing, very inspiring, and I think that's something that helps a lot if we're in contact with. So once that we're comfortable and standing on our own 2 feet and have found our inner source of joy and confidence, we step into the spotlight that's supposed to be ours, and each one of us has a different one. And how do we shine? I would say a very big piece of it is just trying to be present and listen and connect with people at a deep level, and that way you'll be able to truly understand what is at stake. And you'll be able to be your most creative, brilliant self. You need to learn how to play the game, so you need to be very technical. If you want to change the rules, you need to understand them. So there's a new term that's going around now that's called STEAM. It's an extension of STEM. So it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And I think that having that skill set will really position you for roles and opportunities in the future in a very important way. And I love that art is a part of it, because as you've seen, it opens up a different creative voice and force in us, and it helps us to explore boundaries in a way that's not accessible for us differently. Learn to storytell. The best leaders are great storytellers, so it's not just about the content that you're sharing, it's also the way that you're sharing it, and that's the best way that you have to inspire people. People remember not what you told them, they remember how you made them feel. So remember that. I think it's always important to stay curious and stay humble, and don't be afraid to ask. Honestly, when Melanie reached out to me, I don't even know how she got my email, but she was just like, hey, I'm a 12th grader, I have this nonprofit focused on the arts. I was like, yes, I want to be a part of that, and I felt very special, and it resonated with me in a very deep way. And I want to share that the number of times that I have asked and that I have received is amazing. You would be surprised to see how many people are willing to help you and give to you if it's for the right reasons. You only have to ask. Another thing I want to share that I've learned about is the path is less important than the actual lessons that you have learned. At every point in time, there's a million options ahead of you. And every point in time, it's a new moment to start afresh. And I've made so many decisions in my life. I've taken so many different paths. I look back and did I go to the right school? Did I do right in marrying this guy? Then I got a divorce? Did I do the right thing moving to this country? Did I do the right thing taking this job? And I think that there's no way to know, and there shouldn't be any regrets, because at the end, what matters is that we're feeling that we're evolving as a person and we're getting closer to our truer self, which will then enable us to be a better person with everybody around us and be more inclusive. And so I think that's really important. Another thing is dealing with uncertainty. So I think the best leaders really know how to make decisions and push across when they don't have all the answers and when they failed one time over another, and this is called resilience. And I think that's a very important skill set to acquire that will make you feel more confident and that you're doing the right thing. And I think connected to this is, when in doubt what to do or where to go, just keep moving. Like when you're riding a bicycle, if you stop pedaling, you just lose momentum and you fall. It's the same in life. I found this helpful many times. Just get started somewhere, keep moving, and then there will be epiphanies along the way when you turn around the corner, things that you don't see today. Finally, I want to say I cannot underestimate the role of having a good mentor and, more importantly, sponsor in my life and in my career. A mentor is somebody that can guide you. A sponsor is somebody that will vouch for you, that will get you in the room, that will get you the job, that will do the recommendation that you need. So I think this is very important, especially as you're starting out. You think about your next steps. We're going to think about a career. Always seek out this. And then finally, where we have a seat, we have a voice at the table, how do I make sure that I open the space for others to come alongside me and come following after me? I think it's very important to give genuinely and give much more than you receive, and this pays manyfold. It's important then that you become a sponsor as well. Once you're there, make sure you bring the next generation with you. And then finally, it's important to be kind, be grateful, be compassionate, because everybody is going through a struggle. Everybody is working through something. So in conclusion, I think there's never been a better moment to be in tech, but in order to thrive in tech or in general in your life, it's important to be in charge of yourself and step into your own skin in a responsible way. Fully step into your own spotlight where you're meant to be, and make sure that you're making room for others to come alongside you and follow. Thank you.